Oh, got a cottonmouth. We got ourselves a cottonmouth finally. He was crawling up the bank. And there we go. He was actually crawling up the bank. I think he was just got out the water there. There we go. Western cottonmouth. We are at about 30 minutes into our hike. And we finally got ourselves a western cottonmouth. Or at least a snake. It's not the snake we're looking for. Not this time around. We're looking for the diamondback water snake. But the western cottonmouth, also known as the water moccasin, in my opinion, the most feared snake that we have in the Americas. These guys have quite the bad reputation. These guys have a reputation for being super aggressive snakes, even chasing people. And I've been catching cottonmouths for the best part of a decade, and I've yet to actually have that happen. I probably got more hands-on experience with cottonmouths than any other single snake species. But these guys do pack a punch, though. They are a force to be reckoned with. They hold a hemotoxic venom that destroys red blood cells. When you get bit by a cottonmouth, you swell up really bad, and that's the venom destroying your blood cells. And there's a lot of pain. I've been bit by one of these snakes before, probably about the same size as this snake here. Oh, maybe a little bit bigger. And you see that's not him chasing me. That's him just wanting to get back into the water where he feels safe. Unique thing about cottonmouths, they are the only semi-aquatic pit viper in the world. There he is. And that's why they call it the cottonmouth. That's their defense mechanism, is to cock that head back and to show you that white interior of their mouth, a lot like the black mamba. This is a pretty snake as well. Pretty decent looking cottonmouth. One of the better looking ones I've seen on this creek, really. Normally, the cottonmouths that we get on this creek, they're going to be about this color, this brown color here. But usually that brown will be a lot deeper, and the black banding will be a lot deeper as well. This one's actually a pretty light colored one for this creek. They don't get very big. The western cottonmouths we get out here are the smallest of the 3 subspecies of cottonmouths on average. All 3 species have been recorded to get to 6 feet long, to max out at 6 feet. But here in Louisiana, ours just get smaller on average. This is about an average size one right here, about 1.5 feet. 1.5 to 2.5 feet long is about average size for a cottonmouth down here. Anything bigger than that is a pretty decent sized cottonmouth. And these guys are going to be feeding on frogs and fish out here on this creek. Probably other snakes as well. People don't know that cottonmouths are ophiophagus, meaning that they are snake eaters. Cottonmouths have a pretty voracious appetite. They will eat pretty much almost anything. I've heard of big ones eating baby alligators, as well as being one of the only snakes that will eat carrion, which is an animal that is already dead. They've also been recorded eating roadkill. So these guys pretty much don't care about what they eat. And I regard it as this snake as being the second most dangerous snake that we have in Louisiana, next to the canebrake rattlesnake, just given their commonplace. These snakes can be found pretty much anywhere. Right by my foot there. And this one's not too bad. You can see he keeps cocking his mouth back at me, but he's not really throwing any strikes at me. He just wants to get away. And when he's in the water, he's a lot less vigorous. Because he feels safe when he's in the water. That's all of where he wants to go. It's just the water. But yeah, he's probably the second. I regard these as the second most dangerous snake in Louisiana because of their commonplace, and they're about as common as copperheads down here. But their venom is a lot more potent than a copperhead. Still not anything I would worry about as far as life-threatening would go. Of course, it could kill you. There've only been about maybe 5 deaths ever from cottonmouths, as far as I could find. So it's really not a snake that I would regard as too life-threatening. Of course, it's a medical emergency if you get bit by one of these snakes. But I wouldn't think that you would be, that I wouldn't, if I get bit, I wouldn't think I was gonna die. Now, it does definitely get more dangerous when you're talking about children and the elderly people. But as far as a healthy adult human goes, it's just a hospital trip, a very expensive hospital bill, and then you're done. Oh, cottonmouth. It's a good size one too. Yeah, it's a good size cottonmouth. He got him. Look at that guy right there. Look at that fella. Look at that tail go. Oh, he's mad now. He is something mad now. Look at that tail go. Hey, he actually threw a strike at me. Come here, buddy. I want to say hello. Now you're covered in mud. This is not a happy snake. Not a happy snake at all. See if I can just get him to chill out for me. Usually they'll go a bit crazy. They go a bit mad at first. And eventually they'll slow down. See, this is the more classic coloration for this cottonmouth on this creek. That first individual I caught was a bit of a lighter colored one. This is a bit more typical for this creek. Wasn't sure if I was going to see one of these on the way back down. Okay, so he's on his way to calming down. And he has proven he is not afraid to strike out. Look at that. Nope. There we go. Got ourselves another cottonmouth. Not the snake we're looking for, but this is the snake that the most amount of snakes that we got on this creek. And he looked a lot bigger than what he is when I first saw him. He might be slightly bigger than the first one I found. But he's pretty healthy. He's a thick snake. I don't know what's going on there. You can see where my hook's at on his body. It's got like a little indentation there in his body. That's pretty weird looking. I can feel it on the hook. He's got a bit of an indentation right behind his neck. Like right about there, there's an indentation. Must be an old injury or something. He's calmed down for me now. Like I said, they'll go a bit mad at first and then they'll eventually chill out. Like most snakes. Yeah, he's pretty chill now. He's kind of just gaping at me, letting me know that he's upset. See that tongue flicking, the head movements. A lot of venomous snake handling is just reading the snake's body language. And I think whenever I put this snake below me, he gets a bit more intimidated, and when I put him on the hook and hold him at my level, he's not as intimidated with me, because he stops gaping at me and his behavior completely changes. All right, another healthy western cottonmouth. Put him back on this embankment I found him on. There he goes. I never got a picture of him. Hey, buddy. Can I just trouble you for a little bit longer? I never got some pictures of you. Let's see if I can pull him out. See if I can just trouble you for just a little bit longer. Like, what now?